What's going on, everybody? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Fourth and Goal Sports Show. I'm your host, Todd Wilson, and today I'm joined by a good friend of the show, one of my closest friends, Jason Brown. We're going to be discussing the Commanders versus Seahawks game coming up. But before we get started, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, as well as follow to the Fourth and Goal Sports Instagram page. But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into it. Jason, I'm going to start with you. What do you think is going to happen in this game? I know you have the Seahawks winning. Of course, you're a Seahawks fan. But what are some keys to victory for your Seahawks that you have for this game?
Keys to victory. We got to get back to the run game. We had like 28 yards on the road, and we're a running football team. It's not good for success. The defense has to tackle. We couldn't tackle in the last game at all. And the play calling needs to be better. When certain things aren't working, we just seem to stick with Shane Waldron seems to the stick with the same plays and not changing anything up when stuff's not working. So those are probably the three biggest things that we need to fix.
I feel you. I feel you. Do you think that's on you know, the struggles as far as the Seahawks last week? Do you think more of that is on the coaching or the players?
Uh, I think it's kind of 50-50 because the old line played terribly. Gino didn't play well. And then play calling was bad. The defense, they were out on the field forever. So I know they were tired. By the second half, we couldn't tackle anybody. So I think it's 50-50, really.
Got you. Now, as far as it goes with your defense, I hear things about Witherspoon. He's a dog. I am worried about that matchup as far as him and Terry. I want to see that matchup. That's gonna be a good one.
Hmm.
But as far as the rest of your defense goes, what do you think? What do you think this defense is going to show versus Sam Howell and Eric Bieniemy in that offense? What do you think you guys are going to do?
Defensively, I think we're gonna get back on track because we just had to play Lamar, and we don't usually play the Ravens that often, and being an AFC team. And I think I think the I think pressure is gonna get there now that Leonard Williams has a week under his belt. Leonard Williams, Jaron Reed, who else? Draymond Jones. I think the pressure will start to get there. And I think on the back end, we're so good that we'll be able to get coverage sacks with Witherspoon, Woolen, multiple people are going to be matching up. And we have so many people on the line that nobody's going to be tired. And we're at home too. And we don't lose at home too often.
I was just about to bring that up. Now,
Yeah.
y'all are a great home team. The 12th man. Everybody knows about that.
All
Probably,
right.
the Seahawks probably got one of the best fan base in the NFL. But I'll say, like, one thing I did my research on was like Commanders, obviously, used to be Redskins, but the Commanders versus Seahawks in our matchups when it's in Seattle, my Commanders are 7-1. 7-1. Now I looked at that and I was like, oh shoot, that's surprising. Because I think we've had pretty good success versus y'all. What's your thoughts on that 7-1 record in Seattle? What's your thoughts on that?
It's tough because that's all time,
All time.
all time.
It from what I researched is from 1983 to the recent matchup when we had Kirk Cousins, few like 2017, I think.
Okay. Well, yeah, there's not much I can say about that. I'd have to look at the scores, see what happened. But yeah, like most of the times when I was watching, when I would watch the games between the formerly Redskins and Seahawks, that was when we had Russ. The O line wasn't good, and the offense wasn't. That was like the offense wasn't really as good, and the defense would have to carry the load. The offense was mediocre. Wilson had to make plays, and Wilson couldn't make plays. Probably couldn't make plays every single game. And I think this year, I think we'll get the best of y'all. Y'all just got rid of y'all two best pass rushers. Y'all are young. on defense. Um, we have an experienced defense. I think we'll get the best of y'all offense.
Good point. Good points. Good points. Yeah, I think that pickup of Williams, very good pickup for real. Strengthens y'all D line, and I think that's going to affect the game heavily as far as like when I do my game my game picks, right? One thing I
Mm-hmm.
factor in is like you know turnovers in the run game. If you can run the ball and you can get turnovers, most of the time you're going to win the game. And I feel like you know if Sam Howell has one of his shaky games, which he's had sometimes, against the Bears, he did all right, but it was a little shaky. Against the Giants, he did okay, but it was a little shaky. If he has one of those games versus Seattle, a solid defense, you know, they might be able to force some turnovers. And, I definitely think they're going to do well as far as stopping the run. You know, I think as far as our offense, we're very pass heavy and we don't really run the ball as much as we need to. So this is going to be probably another game where the game is really on the shoulders of Sam Howell. And I feel like if Sam Howell can outplay Geno and our defense can step up just the slightest bit because they've been so bad, then I think we'll win this game. But it's definitely going to be a tough one, no doubt.
Yeah, there's a
Um,
chance.
as far as
'Cause Gino, ugh,
yeah,
Gino has been selling.
dang, you feel that way? You feel like
Yeah,
it might be time?
Gino is not playing good. Like I'm not saying to like quit on him now, but Gino has thrown like a bunch of picks. He's not getting the ball out. He's holding the ball. The defense is getting turnovers. We get turnover. We had like two turnovers against Baltimore, and we couldn't capitalize on either of them. It could have swung the game, but instead they like went into half, kicked three, they kicked three going into half, and we were down by like two or three scores, and then we just never got back into it. Like Gino just needs to needs to capitalize and not make bad mistakes, like the overthrown ball to Tyler Lockett. Geno Stone picked it off. I'm like, why are we even throwing his way? He's leading the league in picks. Like, Geno just needs to like mentally like get back on track to what he was doing last year. He threw like 11 picks last year in like the last 7 games or so, something like that. He has like 6 interceptions, and he didn't turn it over in the red zone
Mm.
like once last year.
I think that if there was any game that's a get right game, I said this before, I'm gonna say it again, is against us because our defense is just
Right.
like, those are my guys. I'm a fan, but it's like they're really a get right
Yeah.
defense. Like everybody's getting right versus
Mm-hmm.
our defense. So
Right.
yeah, I feel like Gino might have a good game. But as far as like score predictions, what's your final score prediction for this matchup?
Um, I'll say I'll say 27-17 Seattle. I think we get back on track at home.
Mm, gotcha. Oh, y'all winning by 10? Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
crazy. Okay, all
Yeah.
right, I like that. I like that. Um, I got my Washington Commanders. Sam Howell. Oh man, I got us winning this game. I'm gonna say 20. I'm gonna say 26-23. 26-23. Commanders get the
Okay.
win. Another close game, just like we had versus the Patriots. Um,
Mm-hmm.
we get a game-winning field goal, Joe Fly. I feel like the offense is going to, you know, be be a little bit better than they were against the Patriots. I know they have a solid defense. We're facing probably a harder defense on paper, but they've been struggling. But I don't know. I'm confident in the way Sam's playing right now. So I feel like, but
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be a close game regardless. I feel like Washington
Yeah.
versus Seattle is like one of those underrated rivalries
Right.
right there. Underrated for sure. So it's gonna be close regardless. But I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. I want to thank you, Jason, for joining the channel today. But
No
before you
problem.
leave, please be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, as well as follow on the Fourth Sports Instagram page. You got any last words, bro?
Nah, bro, we just gonna catch that dub, bro. Ain't no more talking. We got a lot back in.
We're gonna see. We're gonna see. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace.
All right, bro.